Good morning. Happy 2022. Congratulations to all of you who have conquered the year 2021. You've all made it. Your prize is another wonderful year of real estate in the year of 2022 with accelerating or potentially slightly decelerating price increases. Just be careful how you take the words that are coming through the news and coming across all these platforms that are out there. I showed one a couple weeks ago that says that home prices increasing, slowing, or appreciation slowing, or coming to a halt, or whatever they're out there saying. And their stat to prove that showed that the price appreciation from year over year from August to August was 19.8%. The price appreciation from September till September was 19.5%. It was 0.3%. Home price appreciation slowing. Oh my goodness. So you saw and you heard some of the stats if you're on the sales meeting, showing that price appreciation is probably going to continue. We're probably going to see double-digit price increases over this next year. We've been blessed in this area. Our price appreciation has been in the 25-26% range in the Tampa area. So the national average is 19 and a half year over year. Ours has been more along the lines of 24 to 26%. So even if we slow to 20% appreciation, even if we slow to 15% appreciation, even if we slow to 10% appreciation, our average home price is $300,000. So appreciation at 10% at $300,000 means your buyer bought a $300,000 home and now it's worth $330,000 a year from now. Is that a great investment? Where else do you get 10%? Nowhere. Unless you're a crappy server and someone tips you 10%. You're not going to get 10% appreciation anywhere else in any other kind of market, unless it's real estate or you have a crystal ball and you shake it up really good and it tells you exactly what stock to buy, when to sell it, how to ride it, how much to put in, and how to do that, which is tough. So we're going to have a wonderful year this coming year. You heard a lot of our fears as management. Our fears are you are not going to take advantage of the opportunities that are available to you. My greatest fear is to look any one of you in the eye and next year see you in the same exact place that you're sitting right now. That's my greatest fear, because you all have such an opportunity right at your fingertips. How many of us, raise your hands, chat yes, hit that raise hand button. You let iPhone in the room. It's very important that iPhone gets in. Raise your hands if you can, please. Tell me if you took advantage of every opportunity in this real estate market in 2021. Raise your hand if you took advantage of every opportunity that you could have in 2021 in real estate. Exactly. How many of you feel you took advantage of the majority of them and didn't leave too much on the table, but you know you can always do more because that's just the type of person you are? How many of you were afraid to raise your hand even though you thought you might have tried to do that because you didn't want me to call on you and start asking you questions? Please don't say anything to me. So the point being is there is always another opportunity out there. There's always something else you can do. There's always a little bit more. There's always another person inside of you that will push a little bit further, do a little bit more, try a little bit harder. Inky Johnson, I've shown a couple of his videos. He was a safety for the Tennessee Volunteers, projected first-round draft pick, multi-millionaire. All you had to do was finish out a season, took a hit, paralyzed the right side of his body, never plays football again. And, it's a really motivational guy, inspirational guy. But one thing that he said, he goes, when he was a kid, he would walk outside every morning at 4:30 or 5 o'clock in the morning with his dad, and his dad was helping him train for football. And this is when he's like 7, 8, 9 years old. He knew he wanted to be a football player. His dad goes out with him. He said, we're going to run a mile down to the church. We're going to run a mile back. And he walked out to the line to stand on the line right out in front of their house. And his dad comes out, and his dad's kind of like, just taking his time. He said, Dad, he goes, if you don't want to do it this morning, I understand. You seem like you're a little tired. And he said, his dad looks at him and basically says, he goes, I need you to find the other person that's out here with you today. And he says, What are you talking about? Look, I told you, if you don't want to do this, you go back inside. I'm still going to run because I got my goals in. He says, no, I need you to find the other person that's inside you, because you don't understand. Every single one of you has another person inside of you. There's somebody else inside of you that will work harder. There's somebody else inside of you that will push a little bit further. There's someone else inside of you that when you want to give up on that mile, when you're at 0.99 miles and you want to give up at the last minute because you can't breathe, there's somebody else inside of you that will push a little bit further, that will push that 1/10 of a mile further, that will push that extra $10,000 out of the year, that one more sale, that will push to have another investment, that will push a little bit further, that will go one more round, do one more set. Every single one of you has another person inside of you that will try and push a little bit harder. We all sell ourselves short of what our ultimate capacity is. We always sell ourselves a little bit short because there's always a little bit more. No matter how far you push, there's always a little bit more that you could have pushed. So that's why I ask you, how many of you left opportunities on the table? And if anybody raised their hand and said, I took advantage of every single one of them, then nobody raised their hand because you didn't want me to call on you. But if anybody said that, I'd be challenging you, because I think there's always a little bit more that you could have gone. So look at 2022 and let's see all of the opportunities that are in front of you. In order for you to do that, you have to get clear on what it is that you want. How many of us are clear on what it is we want in 2022? Clear. So what do you want in 2022? Yep, there you go. Couldn't even look me in the eye when she said it. There. Right. I want every single one of you, if I'm walking down the hallway and I pass you and I stop you and I grab your arm and I say, hey, what are you clear on that you really want 2022? I want you to look me straight in the eyes and say, I want to buy 3 investment properties. I want to have passive income of $5,000. I want to buy into another business. I want to make sure that my kids go to this school. I want to be able to buy this. I want to travel here. I want to do this. I want to be able to grow here. I want to go to this event. I want to do this, whatever it is. Rattle them off. I want you to be that clear with what it is you want this year, that it's on your mind all the time. You can see it every single day. You wake up, see it on a vision board, see it on a mirror, see it in your head, see it on your phone screen, see it on your screensaver on your computer. I want you to see it, because if you don't see it, how is it going to happen? Think of the last time you wanted a car. What car did you want? Did you see it before you bought it? Most of us saw it before we bought it. And if you didn't, you walked around the corner and saw it and said, that's it. And you knew inside your mind that was it, because you've seen it in your head. You just couldn't visualize it and picture it and write it down and spell out exactly what it is, but you knew that that's what it was. So in order for you to get what you want, you have to see it, you have to feel it, you have to know what that is. And that's the only way we're going to achieve what we want in 2022. So let's take advantage of all the opportunities we have. Let's make sure we're absolutely clear on what it is that we want. And let's start engaging and taking action towards that, and utilize us. Use us. Let's show up. Let's do the things that we know how to do. Let's go in and talk about agenda. So what we'll cover today, just a few things. Mike Wiles with Coast to Coast Lending will be in to talk with us again. Talk with us today, first Tuesday of every month. He's always going to be here at our Tuesday meeting. The third Tuesday of the month, we're going to have Paramount Title. That's going to be coming in as well. We're going to be scheduling some classes for you, so I want you to pay attention right here at this section here, first quarter. These are the classes that we have scheduled for you. We're still trying to figure out how we're going to put them onto the calendar, if we're going to send RSVPs, or if we're going to put them onto a company calendar for our offices. But what we're going to do for January, these are going to be basically Thursday classes at 11 a.m. The month of January, the 13th and the 27th are going to be the 2 classes we'll do for that month. The 13th is going to be business planning. So what did we talk about last month? Goals.
Vision.
Goals.
That was really loud. Like,
I know. The voice from above.
This is God.
So we talked about vision. We talked about goals. We talked about getting a clear outcome. Now we're going to sit down and we're going to take business planning. We're going to go and we're going to see how much is that income that you want, that you need to create the goal, the vision. How much do you need to live? Let's figure out what those numbers are. Plug those numbers in. Figure out how many contacts you need to make, how many sales that's going to be, how many contacts you need to make. Spell it all out. Then we're going to talk about picking a lane, knowing what you want to do. That's going to be the 27th. What avenues do you have? I'm going to ask you all to share with me what you want to focus on. What are some of those lanes? And we'll go into detail of how you could focus on some of them. If you don't give me feedback, you're going to hear what I have to say. If you give me some feedback with some of the lanes that you're going to focus on, we will go in detail on what you can do inside that lane. We just want to get specific about some of the things that you should be doing or can be doing. So that's going to be the month of January. Then February, the dates are to be announced because they haven't been released yet from corporate. But Moxie Engage, which is their MoxieWorks CRM, is going to be coming out in February. Moxie website will also be coming out. They all integrate together. So everything that we're going to get in February all integrates together. Those are the classes we're going to be doing in February. Moxie Engage and Moxie websites. And then in the March 10th and March 24th at 11, we're doing more Moxie because it's that important. The first one is going to be the corporate. You're going to walk through. They're going to tell you what everything does. The next one in March is going to be, I don't know what the hell all that does. You're going to bring your computer in here. We're going to get really hands-on with it. We're going to go through it. We're going to show you what to do, have you ask questions, give you some tips, tricks, and tools, and be here answering those questions. So that's our first quarter classes. If you have any questions, let me know. We added Calendly coaching appointment link in every email. So Jimmy has one as well. And let's see, no, not there. I need to find one that actually will, oh, there it is. So right here, if you look in the bottom of my signature line in my email is a click here to book your coaching call. If you click on that, it's going to pull up Calendly. If you haven't used Calendly, it's just an online booking appointment. Here's the days. Every Tuesday and Wednesday, we have appointment availability. At least I will have appointment availability. If you click on one of those days, it's going to say, do you want 11, 11:30, 1, 1:30, or 2? So it's basically from 11 to 2:30 every day. On Tuesday and Wednesday, we are going to have coaching appointments, 30 minutes. This is for accountability. In the beginning, we're taking January to kind of set the tone for it. So that's what the coaching and training classes are for in January. Set the tone for it. That's all we've been doing in December, going into January, setting the tone, getting some goals, getting some vision, changing your energy, getting some clear, concise focus. Now we pick out the business end of it. We get the planning side of it, know what we need to hit, how many goals we need to do. We just talked more about that last week, 2 weeks ago or a week ago. Then we're going to go and we're going to pick the lane. We're going to get clear and we're going to get focused. And then you're going to be held accountable to your actions. This is up to you. I can't chase you down. I can't force you to do the things you need to do in this business. You need to hold yourself accountable and sign up for these appointments. You need to click on this link and you need to say, I will send out a separate email with just that link in it so that you have that, but it is in the signature line as well. For every call that we have, you're going to need to have this form completed. So it's going to be incumbent on you to grab this form. Really, really simple. Very, very simple. I know the other coaching form that we have has, this is my goals. This is what I did. I'm talking to FISBOs. These are my best buyers. These are my best sellers. These are my, holy, yet some of us don't even want to look at that kind of form. This is simple. Everybody should be able to do this. What are the specific measurable outcomes, actions I committed to on the last call? In the beginning, it's going to be what are the specific measurable actions that I've committed to doing for this quarter? What are they? What are they? I'm going to get this, 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 and this, whatever. 3 of them, 4 of them, 5 of them. But what are the specific measurable actions? Actions I've taken since the last call, actions I've taken since our last class, our last meeting, our last vision board, coaching, whatever that is. What are the new opportunities I was able to create because of my actions? What are the challenges I experienced? How I overcame those challenges and my outcomes for this call. What do I want to see achieved from this 30-minute call that we're going to have? What do I need help with? What do I need work on? What are the things I'm going to do? This is very simple. You need to fill this out before every call. If you don't fill this out, we're not having a call because the calls need to be directed. They need to be specific. You need to be held accountable to some of your actions and doing that. And if you haven't done the things that you said you're going to do, we shouldn't really be having that call, should we? So that's the way we can work through that. Really simple. And then our call will be based specifically on the things that you need. Now, don't get me wrong, for those of you who have sat with me and coached with me before, you tend to come in saying, yeah, this is what I need. I did this. And next thing you know, we're off in a different lane because a lot of times what you think you need isn't exactly what it is. And we find something in between there that's kind of creating that block. But it's a good baseline. It shows me where your thought process is, where your actions are, what you said you were going to do, what you're going to do, and for accountability. Good. Any questions on that in the room, online? I'm going to send it out. I'm going to I got to look into Calendly and see if I can link it to any of those appointments or any of the invites that are there. I'm going to see if I can link that together. Otherwise, I will have it sent out and it'll be in Drive. It'll be shared. Okay. Our New Year kickoff, Craig mentioned it. You're going to get a RSVP email from Susie next Friday, not this Friday, next Friday, January 14th. We are from 11 till 2 is a 2022 kickoff. We've been talking a lot about this on the back end. And what we want to do is we want to give you our perspective and our outlook on what the year is going to be. We want to give you some ideas, some thoughts. We want to wrap up 2020, 2021, kick off 2022 with a really good start, bring you in, and let's really just kind of get everybody's energy in the right place, get everybody's intentions in the right place. Let's get clear, let's get focused, and let's really get pushing forward. We are a family-owned company, and I treat and see almost every single one of you, not that guy right there, as family. But a lot of us, we're all family here. We all support each other, and we all want to be here. So if we can all get together and we can all show up and we can all engage, all of us will get so much more out of this experience than just a job, just a career, just income. And those of you that have been engaging and showing up and doing those things have been able to experience that as well. Open houses. I know we have limited inventory. If you have any homes that you want to have held open, send me an email. I haven't been sending out the open house list to add on to because there hasn't been a lot, and it's only been a couple on there. So if you have homes that you want held for open houses, if you have listings, send them to me. What we can do is we'll share it to the team, and there's plenty of people that want to do it. Here's another thing, another thought for you. How many of you want to get into a higher price point this year? How can you do that? Huh? Open houses. Now, what if you don't have any houses to hold open? What if you don't have any houses to hold open? What can you do? You can check with me. You can go into Stellar MLS. There is a button under the My Listings section. There's a button that says My Office Active Listings or My Firm Active Listings. You can start there by calling anybody who's within our company asking if you could hold their home open. No matter what office they're in, you can look my firm active listings. Any listing on there, ask if you can hold it open. Find a price point you want, do that. What if you don't see anything on there? Somebody says no. What else can you do? Go into MLS. $700,000 to $900,000. Hey, John, with XYZ Realty, I was just calling because I was curious if you wouldn't mind having me hold your home open this weekend if you weren't going to. You can do that. You're a real estate agent. You're allowed to perform real estate related activities. It's not your listing, but if you do it the right way, because that guy didn't, I guarantee you that guy didn't. That guy did not knock on every door across the street. He did not knock on every door to the left and to the right. As long as you're not representing it as your listing, which you shouldn't be, but you bring out the proper materials, you let them know whose listing it is, and you're there representing that listing for the day. You can get buyers that come in. You can talk to the sellers around there, because I know he didn't. So there's plenty of ways that you can do that. That's one simple thing that you can do, just a way that you can get a little bit more business. Before we bring Mike up, would you mind seeing if you can grab him if he's available? Does anybody have any new listings or new listings that they want to pitch? Come on up, John. You went the wrong way. One of us did.
Pull it up on, it's going to be on Zillow. I've got actually 2 listings that have been withheld from MLS.
You're going to have to hold that really close.
Really close. Okay. I've got 2 listings that have been withheld from MLS. Both of them have tenants in it. It's really interesting. Between Thanksgiving and Christmas, I sent out my emails. In the past 10 days, I've had 4 past clients call me up and go, we're moving back, we're moving out, we want to upgrade. So the monotonous emails and all of that, they do work. The first one is 12924 Utopia Gardens Way. I sold this property about 3 years ago. This will probably either be the lease pictures or the original listing pictures. I'm not sure which. Right now, we're going to put it on the market at 260. The tenants move out in March. They're actually paying just $2,000 a month. They're actually under market value right now. So if you have an investor that's interested, they'd love to stay. I will be knocking on the door later this week to see if they want to buy it. But I have to get them their lease. I need a copy of their lease to figure out, make sure it doesn't get pulled out from under me. Great little property. It is, if I remember correctly, 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, just under 1,700 square feet, overlooks the lake. Real nice little property, on the market at $260. If you have an investor that wants to keep somebody in place, say again.
Yes, it's a townhome.
Townhome, yeah, with a garage, which is great. Nice little property, so that's out there.
Okay.
Little pocket listing. The other one is 7043 Summer Holly Place. Life happens. Looks like she might be getting married. They were talking about holding on to it as an investment, but he wants to go one step further. They're going to buy a duplex. So selling this one, getting a duplex.
What is it? 7 what?
7043 Summer Holly.
One up because of the other. All right, just tell us about it.
Yeah, again, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1-car garage. It'll be in that 260 range. They're ready to sell at any point. So if you have anybody that's interested, let me know. Neither of these are on MLS at this point. So if you're interested, give me a quick shout out and we'll go from there.
Both townhomes, right?
Correct.
Okay. So 2 townhomes, 3-bed, 2-bath, Riverview. What's this is over by Oak Creek. Will you grab him afterwards, just so we can get Mike on? Okay, please, yeah. Yeah, let me get Mike in so he can get back to his, and then we'll pitch afterwards. I just wanted to get some in so we filled some dead air. Go right ahead, sir.
Hey, how's it going, everyone? Happy New Year. Things are going, markets, it's interesting right now. We're going to see what happens.
Yep,
I know you've
hold
had a
that
lot of
closer.
conversations about that, whether you think it'll, do whatever. I watch the market pretty much every day, and a lot of what they're saying is what we've been talking about. I mean, the inevitable end of low rates is here, but that means one other thing. The good thing is that means that there's a lot more programs. We're doing a lot of bank statement. I mean, these people that are self-employed, bank statement rates are going to be about what rates are going to be. Right now we're seeing investor loans going up as far as rates. People want to buy second homes, condos, a lot of that sort of thing. We're doing bank statement loans for those right now. I have a borrower. I said, great borrower, super. I mean, they couldn't be more common sense qualified than anybody I've ever had. I've done like 4 loans for. But I said, you got a really good accountant. The problem is you got a really good accountant. So on bank statement loan, and the rate was like not even that much different for an investor loan. So, and bank statement loans are easy. All once bank statements, prove it's your business, pretty much done. It's that simple. It really is. They basically do an appraisal, title. That's it. It's not a bunch of back and forth.
Credit requirements.
Credit requirements have gotten a lot less. So, but obviously the better the rate.
Gotcha.
So I mean, credit score requirements are wide open. If they got money, that's why I keep saying, if you got money, you can get a loan. Most of the time, it's 20% down. Higher scores could be 10 or even 15 on some. And as far as go back to the days, not back to the days where it's bad, but I would say like if the borrower has the income and has the money down, they're going to be able to get a house. I mean, that's the bottom line. And I think people will get more, the rate change will be more palatable as that becomes common. Nobody wants to be the one left out. It's like being picked last to kickball. I got the highest rate, now it's going to be all in the 4s. We're going to be in the 4s soon. The 10-year treasury, they're saying, I saw a guy say today who says be 2.75, which means rates will be high 4s by the end of 2022. So that's normal. That's everything. As far as some shuffling, we're all here, and I want to address. We did some shuffling here. Doesn't change anything for you. Just means you got more of me. So, my focus has always been, trying to keep you guys where you want to be as far as needs, answers, questions. Sometimes you delegate, sometimes you don't. This year it'll just be less delegate. So that's it. You have any other questions on that? We can address it anytime. But as far as what I could do for you, as far as what you're trying to accomplish, I think all of you, I think some of you have all used let's do a refresher. Marketing kits are out there for you if you're listing. I know Chris uses them. I know a couple other. If you're listing houses, it's a great tool. Flyer looks good, no problem. I don't even see anything out of those. I just like that you use them. Okay. As far as loan options, you got all of them. I'm doing 2 DPAs right now on that program.
Down payment assistance, DPA.
2 of them. So down payment assistance. Sorry.
I got you.
But it seems to go so far. We'll see. It's pretty straightforward. None of the income requirements.
You said you're doing 2 right now?
So we'll walk through those real quick, and that'll be it. I don't think there's anything else. What other programs have you heard of, thought of?
Well, I know. So as far as in-house, we're talking a lot to people about potential to replace some income, create some passive income, purchase an investment property. So can you expand a little bit on if somebody was interested, if somebody as a real estate agent was interested in purchasing an investment property, what you potentially have available and what you would do to look through their portfolio to see what happens?
I've been getting that call a lot lately, like, oh, well, I really want to be a second home, but it's really an investment. I'm like, okay, it has to be 50 miles away from your present. Okay, number one, or like the little Ruskin ones, has to be in a considered resort area. Okay, so like if you live in Valrico and you bought one of these little condos on the bay here, that could fall in the resort. You could have it as a second home. You could legitimately say, hey, I might go stay there. If you buy the house 10 doors down, you're not going to go vacation there unless you hate your husband or wife or whatever. Okay. So that's how that works. There's not really a workaround for it. Now, as far as investors, it's 15% down to the minimum. Okay. Now, if you've got seasoned investors, there are other programs I'll toy with you if you got one that's well qualified, where they will give them money to fix houses too. Has to be someone who knows what they're doing. It has to have more than done a few in their lifetime. Okay. Like Chris, I talked to you about it. He's done a couple. That would be something that someone like that could do, where they bought and sold and flipped houses before. There are investors now that will allow a little bit of money and they'll base it on the value up. It would be a trial. It is there. Okay. I have not done it. I don't want to be, but it is there. And again, it's a straightforward program. You got the reserves and you want extra money and you got the houses across wherever you need to be, you can do it. Sorry, I got this congestion. It's killing me. Anything else on it? Everything else is pretty straightforward. Any investor properties, you need 6 months reserves for your property. So if you got 5, you need 6 months for each property. Okay. So take 6 months of their payment across the board, plus their 15 or 20% down. Now, as you get into condos, it gets more difficult. Okay. Non-warrantable, stuff like that. You're going to have more down. You might have to have 30% down. Okay. But it is doable. But on the investors for money, you can count that rental income. Okay, so even if it's their first one, you're going to get 75% of the rental income towards their income. So I'm borrower XYZ. I have a house. I want to buy a rental property. I've got my reserves and down payment. Let's take that out of the equation. I got the credit needed to qualify, but my income is okay, right? I can pay my bills and I got enough left over. The rental income on that property can be used. So let's say we were renting a house for $1,000 a month, just for easy math. And that's the market rent for that property. You could get 75% of that to count towards the payment. If the mortgage was $750, it would be a net zero liability. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
That's how that works. So the more of those you have, but you
How-
can,
In a situation like that, that's not projected rental income. That's current rental income buying a performing asset.
market rent.
So no, I'm saying like if you're buying a property that does not have a tenant in it and there's no income that's coming in off of it, you can
Right.
still get some of that to count towards that.
We're doing it right now. We have a condo in Ormond Beach on the water. They gave us a lower than I thought. It should have been like 3,000. They gave us 2,200 for the rent.
Mhm.
But that was the average market rent for similar properties in that area. And it's a different appraisal, investor appraisal, but it'll give you the average rent for properties like that.
That's pretty cool. Most of them are going to require that most anything I've seen before, they require that you have the income coming in off of it to count it. So that's really cool.
You don't need a lease, no.
Pretty cool.
And that's unconventional. It's going to have to be where it legitimately makes sense. It won't be something like, like that bar I did that for. We tried to use it, but there's a bunch of other stuff. But that you can use it, yes.
Cool.
If you have a lease and it's established, then you would get a ledger, a rent ledger, and you could use that. I mean, that supersedes the other, but you may not want to.
Yeah.
What if it's not as good? What if they've been rented to tenants for 10 years and if they're paying $800?
What's a rate for something like that for a qualified borrower?
Just
800.
regular investment. I mean, it's going to be. Right now, it's changing every day.
Yeah.
But I would say whatever the conventional rate for that borrower is going to be, probably a half over whatever that's going to be. You're going to look at rates. Purchase is always the best. Refi. Then it goes to second home. Then you got cash outs, and then investments, obviously the worst. Okay. Investment cash out. That's the worst. But those are the things that you're looking at. Okay. So it is up there. It's going to be a higher rate. But again, if you're talking about income, they're still not beating that. They're not going to get better than that anyways. I mean, if you're getting, let's say worst case scenario, you had 4 to 4.5 on a loan, you're still going to be better on that than with the rent they're paying now, because rents here are astronomical. I mean, you can barely rent an apartment for less than $2,000 right now. So very difficult. So that should work out for most of the math problems that you're trying to solve.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So the question is, does it make a difference if it's a vacation rental versus a 12-month lease, 7-month lease?
You've used a rent ledger. If you have a rent ledger, you have that performer, that's what you would use. Okay. It would be different because it's a non-warrantable condo at that point. It'd be more money down, but you would be able to use the rental income. So your non-warrantable condos, depends on the scenario, credit, a couple other things, but on non-warrantable condos, you're going to put down 20%, 30%, somewhere in that range as a requirement. But you can use it, especially where it's documented. That's better.
So if you have a single family home that's being used as an Airbnb and they've got 2-3 years worth of history and showing what the income is, you can use the performa for the income.
I did that for a client. It had condos on Sanibel Island down Cape Coral area. And they had these whole entire buildings where people from Chicago, New York, whatever, would come down and buy these properties. And there was documented, hey, we're going to have it rented. As soon as you bought it, rented. You just picked the weeks you wanted to keep. And we use that pro forma to offset the other income. In that case, you would use the ledger because it would be better, because it would be a documented recurring income.
Cool.
Awesome. That would work. Any other questions about investment? Seems like there's a lot of that now.
Yeah.
Everything else is pretty standard. Obviously, 580 scores, still doing all that. 580 FHA, VA, USDA, all those are going through. We've done a bunch over the last, I think I told you that a couple months ago. We've done a lot since then. Trying to think what else. Anybody else? Any other scenarios that we talked about? Still have problems with a lot of people on the manufacturer. I've getting a lot of that lately. Manufactured homes, we can't do rental lots or 55 plus communities or anything like that. They're just not considered really loans to us. We just don't do those. But I've had that come up several times lately, more of it for some reason. Surprising.
Because of the price point. Those are the lower price ones.
Yeah.
You can find a $150,000 mobile home that's falling.
Yeah. And that's just not what we can do.
Gotcha.
They should consider a signature loan. There is a company called 21 First or something that all the manufactured homes do it. Like if you want to put your home on the side of a mountain, this is the only people that'll finance it. It's like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12% interest, but they do that. We don't.
So best way to get any information, contact Mike directly. Mike's door is always open, even if it's closed. Knock on it; he'll let you know if you can come back.
Yeah.
He's always there. Look, he's always there to try and help you out with wherever you're at. He does appreciate you giving him a shot too with any of the deals that you have. If you have something falling apart, give him a shot. He's willing to help. Any new people, he's always willing to help. So go directly to him. He'll walk through your scenarios. He'll make it very easy to understand for you or the borrower, whoever he's talking with. So please reach out to him. Just to clarify, anybody who's been contacting Marissa directly, she's no longer with Mike. So just contact Mike directly. Like I said,
Just come to me. We just shuffle.
things get shuffled around. So
Things
just
shuffle in this business, and it comes down to most efficient. And I don't want to say anything, but I mean, realistically, I want to make sure that whatever I'm saying to you and whatever we're communicating is the same information. That way we're not doing it 2 or 3 times.
Yep.
Okay. So if you come to me and you ask me a question, I'm gonna give you a straight answer. I like it, but it's typically right where we're going to be. And if I can pull it off, if I think I can pull it off, we probably can. For some reason I say, hey, let's find out some more. That's going to be what it is. So we'll keep it real simple. And any of you that want, there are a link that you guys could see more access to your borrowers. I have an app that is connected to right to the clients, where whenever we set up clients with you, you can see what stage they're in, what docs they're missing. You probably don't want more apps on your phone, like I don't. I already got 55 of my kids' ones on there, but but that is if you want it, it's there.
cool.
I think that's it. Now I did bring McDonald's because of all the things I brought in. The only one that got wiped out was McDonald's. So I thought, you know what? I'll bring it in again. But it's all right here. I got your fruit.
There's some
I knew you were
fruits and
coming today,
muffins.
so I got your fruit.
Some fruits and muffins, orange juice, water. Some,
All right, I'll let you have that.
appreciate it.
Thanks.
Bro. Good, Joe. Do you want to pitch your listing before we sign off? We'll get you any other listings that want to pitch. Please let me know. What you got, Mr. Aledo?
So let's see, I'm hearing rates are going to 4.
Bring it up a little closer. Perfect.
I'm hearing rates are going to go up to 4. Gas is going to go up to 4. What else is going to go up to 4? Okay, well, I got 2. Margaret and I are splitting the deal on a manufactured home in Hacienda Heights. It's really nice, very nice interior, and it's got a beautiful porch, like 8 by 30. Looks out at a lake and everything.
Oh, that one. Yeah, that's a very, very, very
yeah.
nice
You
home.
showed it. Yeah.
Really nice property.
So we got it listed at 124.9. We're kind of pushing it on that, but anyway. Okay. And I had mentioned, pardon? Yes.
Burrito
Road.
Yeah.
Burrito. 10830, I believe it is. 10830. No, it's for sale. Yeah, rental land. Yeah, it's either $559 or $579 a month,
for a lot.
which includes water. It's a nice property, even though it's built in the late 80s. Very nice. Okay, then I have one rental personal property. Ash Bar Court, nice little cute villa community in Summerfield. It will not be ready till February, but if anybody has somebody that's looking, Sarah has brought people, Jackie has brought people that have been my tenants, and they've been wonderful. I'm very amenable to how much? Probably $14.50. I'm agreeable to short-term leases if they're building a house. I've had a number of people that are building houses, and 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, 1-car garage. Okay, thank you. And
Awesome.
it's not an MLS, but I'll pay you.
I will give you a cheeseburger. Carolina, what you
I,
got?
I was thinking more like a sausage.
All right. I have una casita bonita in Apollo Beach. It's a pool home. It's actually, it was on the market last
That would
year.
be a great Airbnb name for it. Una casita bonita.
With the pool. It's a pool home in Apollo Beach. I had it listed last year, but we ended up taking it off market. It's supposed to be live this Thursday, I believe. We're doing a couple of changes in the house, but the pool is screened in. It's an older home. It's off of Apollo Beach.
Florida?
You know.
Is it on Florida?
Yeah, Florida Circle South. Look at Chris, because you know.
Mhm.
I just said, Chris, which one is it?
So it's not waterfront. I got this. It's a it's not a waterfront property. It's one of the off water properties in Old Apollo Beach on Florida Circle South. Was it 3-bedroom, 2-bath,
Yeah.
about 1,600 square foot, right?
Yeah, about 15. Yeah.
1,500 square foot with a pool, screened in, nice property.
This Thursday.
What are we going to be up for price on that? 300?
295 we're coming in at. Yeah, it does need some cosmetics like updated.
What is it?
Sorry.
How old?
Go ahead.
How many bedrooms? What do you got? How much? Give it to
So
me.
the
I'll sell
highest
it. It'll be
bidder.
right there.
Let's
I got
go.
it.
Come on.
Give it.
295.
Hold on. Let's just wrap it up. Wrap it up so we can get done online.
Yeah,
I don't want to keep
okay.
people on
So
the longer.
anyhow, bring your highest bid, right?
Excellent. Anybody else before we wrap up? We went a little over time. I appreciate everybody. Thank you so much. We will get you some info, RSVP for the New Year Kickoff. We'll get you some calendar invites for the other classes as well. So have a wonderful Tuesday. Thank you.